Hello everyone! Welcome to caf8 Tries Monster Loves You. This was developed by Dejoban Games and Radio Games, and published by Radio Games. It's listed as a casual RPG adventure simulation. And show you settings real quick because there's not much here. Sound slider, music slider, reset your medals, toggle your full screen, reset your monster, and that's it. Play! Alright, help me begin your story. How does it go again? Long ago, deep in the forest, monsters called a whale mist. That's right, long ago, nestled in the heart of the forest was the monster village of Omen. You are born from slime that holds the memory of monsters known for... words and thoughts. You're not awake yet, but soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give way to life itself. You dream of... outsmarting everyone else. Your body is turning and twisting, growing solid in the middle of a great vat of green slime. It's time to be born. Okay. Be born. Okay. You awaken in the chilling season, just as the air begins to turn crispy cool. Onward. Your eye is open. You're a morsel, just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, flailing, and stealing food from each other. Ah, but born from what is the question? From the slime, what do you think? What is this thing, slime? It's the stuff monsters are made of. You don't mean we're actually born from this slime. Look, it's just like mold and mushrooms. It's just the sticky side of nature. When the spark of life enters colloidal gel, monsters just happen. Fascinating. Try to swim. Another morsel swims toward you. It opens its mouth to show a set of small, sharp teeth. It bites you. What? This is intolerable. Stop that biting. You pause, unable to believe that another morsel is trying to eat you. After a moment, you snap out of it and start to move again. Resist it? You push the hungry morsel away with your little arms, but it circles around and tries to bite you again. Your legs grow stronger as you kick and shove. You will not be food. Refuse to be anyone's first meal, or last meal for that matter. You climb on top of the other morsel and force it to the bottom of the spawning vat. It starts to break up into pieces as it struggles. Let it go. You release the morsel, violent no longer. It will have to grow a new mouth to replace the one it lost. Such is the fate of those who oppose you. Splash, flutter, splish, squeak. Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It's sinking toward the bottom of the spawning vat. Oh no, that's terrible. You feel a deep sense of injustice at the smaller morsel's impending demise. If only you could do something about it. Do something about it. You swim to the morsel, determined to act. Try to think of something. You rack your newborn brain. Wait, there! Some animal bones and sticks rotting at the bottom, half written beneath the slime clumps. Prop up the dying morsel. You swim to the bottom, casting about. You gather some sticks and the long curving ribs of a deer. Get them jammed together good and tight. Yuck! The morsel's own dissolving body holds everything together well enough. Half its body is above the surface of the slime. Make sure nobody messes with what you've created. You swim in circles around the rescued morsel, keeping the cruel ones and biters away until your new friend begins to move and solidify. Help the morsel off the structure. As you do, you feel dizzy. That's a first. You've never been dizzy before. Everything goes green. Wake up. Your friend is gone, but not dead. Another morsel points to the edge of the spawning vat. While you slept, the weak one grew into a monsterling. Hooray for brains! You've grown too big for the spawning vat. Must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling. Any advice? You're going to get into some trouble, which is great. Exercise your bravery, cleverness, ferocity, kindness, and honesty. What kind of monster will you be? Indeed, to the brute cave and adventure. Adventure! Choose your adventure. Okay. I'll choose this funny looking thing. Nash Nash and Gobclaws are racing to the ceiling of the cave. They've already climbed way up when Gobclaws invites you to join them. You don't see a good way up though. Look at the paths they took and copy them. You follow Nash Nash's claw marks halfway up the cave wall, then slip sideways to where Gobclaws was being more careful. You meet them at the top to their surprise. Okay. Okay, let's do some more adventuring. This one. Smark sits quietly by himself in the furthest, darkest corner of the cave. He's slumped and deflated like a float pod missing half the gas inside. His eye brims with slimy tears. Ask him what's wrong. Smark looks down at his body, which isn't roly-poly or muscular like other monsterlings. He's sort of scrawny and weak. Tell Smark it's going to be fine. Remember, we're all monsterlings, and we're going to grow up to be monsters, and that's great. You rub Smark's bony shoulders and whistle a cheerful tune. Smark sighs and nods. Okay. Alright. Ah, I see. 6 days left. Okay. Adventure! Let's do the door. On a walk around the cave, you notice a closed door set to the back of the wall. You don't remember seeing it before. Why would a closed door be in a cave? Because it's not ajar? Yuck. There are scratching and growling sounds coming from the other side. Your pulse begins to race. Gulp. Look through a crack under the door. Can't really see anything, but it was a good thought. Run away. You run, leaving the door and its scary mysteries behind. Okay. What else can we do? The pot. Okay. You, Nash Nash, and Blistery are wrestling near a big clay jar. You knock the jar off its ledge and it breaks into 100 pieces. You catch Elder Marinus out of the corner of your eye. Make good and repair it. You gather all the shards of clay and start sticking them together with slime, trying to do a good job. Marinus walks in and sees you working on the jar. Tell her what you did. She smiles and says, "It's alright, you did a reasonable job repairing it, but I'm glad you came clean." She pats you on the head before placing the jar back on the ledge. Okay. Some more time. What else we got? The rat. Some of the other monsterlings are stuffing slime and mushrooms into a rat's mouth. Nash Nash invites you to join the fun. It's gonna go boom! Join the fun and overstuff the rat. Takes 13 mushrooms and a whole lot of slime, but eventually the rat pops like a big filthy blister. You all have a good laugh. Okay. You are halfway towards leaving, becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can. Okay. Let's do this funny looking drumming thing. Follow a thudding noise and find Sickle and Lapper hitting animal skulls with sticks. Nash Nash stands to one side, judging their performance. Join the contest as a judge. Nash Nash welcomes your assistance. She leans close and whispers, "You kick Sickle, I'll kick Lapper." Ask her why the kicking. Nash Nash shrugs, "I just like kicking." Suggest that you and Nash Nash should judge the contest more fairly. Nash Nash is upset by your suggestion. Fine, you judge. Watch, listen, and judge. Lapper has better rhythm, but Sickle plays with more enthusiasm. Nash Nash likes Sickle's clumsy, loud smashing more, of course. Lapper! Lapper is delighted. Sickle throws down her sticks and walks away. Nash Nash sticks out her tongue at you, then goes back to the brood cave. Congratulate Lapper. Both forget the petulance of the other two monsterlings as you contemplate a nice performance. Okay. Alright, what else? Let's see. What about this grumpy looking guy? Hamrag, an adult monster, sleeps in a big pile of monsterlings. Everyone is comfortable. Comfy. Blots, giggling, sticks lichen in all four of Hamrag's nostrils. Hamrag's eyes shoot open as he starts to choke. Blots shushes you with a threatening scowl. You're not afraid of Blots. Help Hamrag. You jump on Hamrag's head and knock some of the lichen loose. He squeals and gasps and remembers that he can breathe through his mouth. Crisis averted. Hamrag glowers down past his jaws, scowling as though you hadn't saved him. He roars and demands to know who plugged up his nose. Tell the truth. Blots did it. Hamrag thanks you, grabs Blots, and sits on him. All of Blots' breath whooshes out, and he can't inhale again. Hamrag stays there for a good long while. Okay. little bit more time. Let's do some more of this claw. You and Nash Nash spot Blistery and Smart playing a game. Nash Nash says, I got an idea. What's Nash Nash's idea? Nash Nash says, look at the mushrooms all over the place. I hear they're tasty, and they won't miss a few if we take them. No way, you're no thief. Nash Nash hisses, gutless slime. Smart and Blistery look up at the noise, then return to their game. Chastise Nash Nash. You raise one claw in a gesture of admonishment and begin to lecture Nash Nash on the ethics of stealing. She imitates you, mouthing the same words while making wah-wah-wah noises. There you go. You accept your peer's mockery and walk away, feeling superior. Okay? This is fun. Right. Let's see. Shield. Smart falls from a high ledge. He falls all the time. But wait, what's that? It's a big bat trying to gnaw pieces out of him. Tackle the bat. You tackle the huge bat with all your strength. It crumples like paper and sticks, crushed by the solid impact. You and Smart share the tasty bat carcass. Okay. Any more time? Oh my, you wake up and find that you're no longer a little monsterling. You're growing up. Wow. Elder Marinus calls the oldest monsterlings to gather in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks grave. Yep, go with her. Marinus shuffles down the long tunnel, turning this way and that among dozens of forking passages. Keep going. Marinus stops in a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points to the pit, which seethes with thick mist. Jump right in. You fall and fall some more. And fall and you're falling. And other monsterlings are falling? Yes, some of them are crying. And you can't see through the mist. Or is it fog? Maybe clouds. Moans and groans and whispering screams. Where is this? It must be somewhere. You land on smooth, flat stone. Despite the swirling vapor, the floor is dry as a bone. You hear other monsterlings breathing nearby. Some of them are still above you, still falling. Get out of the way. You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out of here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic while others look determined. You should take charge. The other monsterlings watch you, curious. Lead the way personally. You strike out with courage and confidence. The other monsterlings follow you. Choosing turns and forks at random, you soon walk into a cave full of even thicker mists. Such thick mist. The chamber swirls with mist, smoke, fog, vapor, except it's not any of those things. It's ghosts. Hundreds of them, large and small. They're everywhere. Spooky. One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow different colors. Stand fast. Ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant. All in unison, they ask you, do you fear? Wait, say nothing. The ghosts stare into and through you as though you're the one made of mist. One sharp voice speaks from behind you. Why are you here? Lecture the ghosts about the monster life cycle. You take a deep breath and begin to explain how monsterlings make the change into adolescent monsters. Stress is like heat, cooking our minds and bodies so they can enter a new state of being. Continue to explain things to the ghosts. Go on, first our growing bodies must be destabilized so we can take on our more diverse forms, and then we must I'm sorry, I forget what I was. Fall into a deep sleep. End of monsterlinghood. Here's how you're doing. Pretty brave, I'm pretty clever, and I'm a little bit whatever this thing is. Yep. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. Start living as an adolescent monster. Okay. Can I do anything here? Is this me? Bravery is your capacity to overcome fear and intimidation. One demonstrates bravery through courageous actions. Cleverness, wit, brain is how strong your mind is and how well you can suss out non-violent solutions to problems. Okay. Honest monsters are known for their truthfulness, loyalty, and commitment to justice. If you're known for honesty, others will trust you more. Kindness is the genuine desire to help others without expectation of reward. Healers tend to be kind. Sometimes you need to be cruel. Can you bring yourself to tear a wolf apart with your claws to show you're a monster? How about its cubs? The top bit shows how many days you have left until your next stage of life. The bottom shows how much respect you have amassed. Impress other monsters and they'll talk about how amazing you are. The more respect you gain in the earlier stages of life, the greater power you'll wield later on. Okay, let's enter the big bad world. Okay, adventure in town. Try this out. Let's do this cloudy looking one. Elder Marinus leads you, Blistry, and Vivrot to the forest. She points to a stand of purple berry bushes and says, "Eat your fill, little ones. Eat only some of the berries. You exercise your strength, consuming berries until you're full and no more." Elder Marinus says, "It's alright, you can eat more if you want to." What's she up to? Hold back. Vivrot gorges himself on berries, eating and eating until his skinny little body is plump and quivering. Blistry has stopped eating, just like you. What happens next? Marinus rolls Vivrot back into town, where the young monster is squeezed until all his slime is oozed out. The slime is purple and delicious. Is Vivrot okay? He's unconscious, but he seems to be no worse for the wear. What happens to the berry slime juice? Elder Hamrag makes pancakes for everyone, and the sticky purple stuff turns out to make a delicious syrup. Okay. Okay, let's go adventure in town some more. Let's try this road one. It's such a nice day today. Perfect weather to wander outside of town, though you're not really supposed to leave Omen until you're older. Just take a nap in the sun right here in Portland Square. You do just that, warming your weary body. Ah, okay. Okay, let's do some more adventuring in town. Let's try this. Elder Jaggery grabs your claw and drags you out of town. "I need you to scare a pig for me," he says. Here we go again. Jaggery sniffs the air and says, "Never mind, there it goes." He gallops away, leaving you alone in the grassy meadow. Explore a bit. As you poke around in the bushes, a ball rolls through them and comes to rest at your feet. Walk through the bushes. You see a human sitting in the middle of the meadow. It hasn't spotted you yet, but it looks up at the sound of your movement. Wait and see what the human does. Human looks at you, waves its arms, burps and laughs. The sound sends shivers down your spine. Watch the human, but be ready to run. The human, still sitting, points at the bushes behind you. It makes a sound. It seems to be very young, no more than a monsterling or even a morsel. Give it back its ball. You can't bring yourself to come and reach, but you pick up the ball and roll it toward the humanling. The humanling laughs again. Enough, go home before something bad happens. You run along to Omen with a bit of new perspective and a story. The other monsters are impressed that you've interacted with a human. Okay. Alright. What else can we do in town? Let's see. Mosquitoes! After the rain, the last puddles linger. Looking into one, you see hundreds of tiny wriggling bugs. Eat the little bugs. Slurp. You suck the dirty puddle into your mouth and spit it out, trapping the squirming mass of minuscule creatures. One quick crunch and they're in your belly. Okay. That's funny. Mosquitoes. What's this guy up to? Mupsy Moral slithers up to you and says, "I wonder if you can confirm a rumor for me." Talk to Mupsy. Hamrag was baking a special 6-pork pie made from 6 kinds of pig. You know, a delicacy. And to the point. The pie was cooling on the windowsill and vanished. Your friend Nashnas was seen nearby just before, but not after the vanishing. What do you think about this? Not much, really. She can see that you don't know anything, or at least that you don't care. She leaves you in peace. Okay. What else can we do? Can do goats. 3-eyed goats. You hear a bleeding sound from inside the scrapegoat's pit. Is it the scrapegoat? Oops. The scapegoat walks out of its pit, looks around, and bleats again. Nashnas says it wants a fight. Let's give it one. See what's really bothering the goat. The scapegoat stares at you as you approach it. It bleats again. Looking into the pit, you see that there is no food anywhere. Oh well. Nash Nash shoves you aside and says, I said let's give it a fight. Ask Nash Nash not to fight the goat. Nash Nash seems confused by your polite request, but she nods and backs off. She says, I'm not promising I won't fight that goat tomorrow, though. Get some food for the scapegoat. You scrounge some edible greens from Hamrag's garden, then use them to lead the goat back into its pit. The goat is satisfied. Nobody got hurt. Okay. Okay, a little bit more time. Venture in town. Do the singing. Gobclaws has found a human artifact, a black circle. She shows it to you very carefully. Look, it has grooves on it. Take a closer look. It's really just one groove going around and around and around from the center to the outer edge. Groovy. Gobclaws has found a human artifact, a black circle. She shows it to you very carefully. Look, it has grooves on it. Try to suss out its purpose. You hold up the black circle, looking at it, tapping it with your claws and tasting it with your tongue. Gobclaw says, I already tried that. Must be a hat. Put it on your head. The other monsters are impressed by your impromptu fashion show. Gobclaws thanks you as she takes back her new hat and waddles away. Okay. A little bit of time. You can do this claw thing. You're heading home with a dead rabbit you found. Suddenly a fox appears. He sidles up to you and asks, You going to eat all of that? Examine the fox. Most talking foxes are fatter and better fed than their stupid cousins, but this one is lean. You can see his ribs under his unkempt fur. Okay. Share the rabbit with the fox. You tear the rabbit into two pieces. It splits unevenly. One chunk has most of the meat and the other is a bunch of tendons and skin. The fox looks up hungrily. Give him a good chunk. You and the fox enjoy the delicious rabbit. Mmm, crunchy. Okay. Adolescence is fleeting. You have grown beyond youth and have become an adult. Yes. You've been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. What? Who, the, where, why now? They tell you it's time to grow up. You're taken into the woods. Okay. The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. Get on, getting on. The monsters murmur and murmur, spit and snarl. They're deciding what best defines you as a monster. Wait patiently. After a while, the muttering stops, though the murmuring goes on for some time longer. Finally, the assembled monsters come to a decision. Well, what is it? The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you and the smaller adults crouch low. Their surroundings grow shadowy and dark. Do your part in the ceremony of adultation. The other monsters hold you in some respect. 1 out of possible 100. Good for them. Someone calls you clever. A roar of approval rises from the crowd. You knew it. All the monsters in the circle begin to hum, growl, and sing. It's a traditional serenade to the snake moon. Okay. It's easy to follow the song for a smart monster like you. The performance draws to a conclusion, and everyone leaves you alone with your memories. Now then. Ooh, really clever. Bit brave. A little bit honest. Not much else. Yep. You're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were young. Onward to adulthood. Alright, so that was the beginning of Monster Loves You. Very nice. Formed my monster. 91 bravery. 93 cleverness. 20 ferocity. 45 honesty. 29 kindness. Great. Well, there we go. That was fun. Got to form my own little monster. So, choose your own adventure with monsters. Why not? Yeah, that was alright. Nice art style. Just make some choices. See what happens. Make your own monster. I'm not sure where it goes from there. I will talk to you later.